It's getting to the end of the year, and a bunch of you that liked my Dumbasses of the Year awards wanted more, so here's some honorable mentions, along with some things that need to be said about them.
You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have any childproof caps. You dropped a Coke bottle, it didn't bounce, it shattered. Our parents let us play with guns and knives and fireworks. You know what happened to the dumb kids? They didn't make it. A lot of our terms don't mean anything. I don't want to sound like a broken record. You know what that means, right? People under 30 never owned a record player. They don't know what that means. They don't know what that means. They don't know what that means. You still don't.
Hey everybody, your resident man in black is back again for a new edition of the best kept secret in the conservative movement right here on MRC-TV. I'm Nick Kangadis. Really quick, head on over to Rumble, subscribe to our channel, and hit that like button. And no matter where you watch our videos, please share, like, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. I actually read what you guys have to say, and I occasionally respond, so don't be shy. Now, on with the show. The year is wrapping up. And it was one hell of a ride. I'll bet most of your 2024 bingo cards look all messed up. So we're gonna check out a few more of these mongoloids and their stupidity, which seems to continue in perpetuity. And before we get into it this week, can we just get a hallelujah for Daniel Penny being found not guilty?
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Yes. Hallelujah!
Now first, I want to mention the weirdo from Oppenheimer who now says that she's trans-masculine non-binary.
What the hell is even that?
The Daily Wire reported that, quote, per Healthline, the term trans-masculine is an umbrella term that refers to people who were assigned female at birth but identify with masculinity, unquote.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right, so let me get this straight, pun intended. You acknowledge that you were born female, and you don't identify as a male because you claim to be non-binary, but you do identify as having masculine traits. My question is, how can you identify as having masculine traits if you don't identify as either of the two genders, specifically male? Up next, we have Rosie O'Donnell, who claims that she might have the old herpely-derpelies and that MAGA supporters are the cause of it.
And look what I have on my lip. Everybody's been saying, you have herpes all this time, and I never had a cold sore in my life, and now I have a cold sore. So I don't know. I will let you know tomorrow if I do, in fact, have herpes, as some of the taunting from the MAGA people in the last couple of weeks. Hasn't it been fun, ladies and gentlemen, to be standing in direct opposition to everything he is and represents? And always have been. And always will be.
You know what? I have nothing nice to say about Rosie O'Fat Ass, so I'm gonna let someone special give his honest assessment of her.
She's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. She's basically a disaster. Well, she called me a snake oil salesman. And, you know, coming from Rosie, that's pretty low, because when you look at her and when you see the mind is weak. I don't see it. I don't get it. And I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired. We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out. Rosie's a person that's very lucky to have her girlfriend. And she better be careful or I'll send one of my friends over to pick up her girlfriend. Why would she stay with Rosie if she had another choice? She doesn't tell the facts. As an example, I'm worth many billions of dollars. Now, she said I was bankrupt. I never went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun. I'd like to take some money out of her fat ass pockets. Hey, I'd like to lose 15 pounds, okay? But Rosie's a slob. She's crude, she's tough, she's arrogant, she's pushy, she's disgusting. In certain ways, she's a degenerate.
Now, this last one is a sensitive topic since it involves a 10-year-old who has been lied to their entire life. This is heartbreaking. So let's watch this first, and then we'll get back to the ridicule.
What concerns have you had about speaking out?
That I'm gonna be like murdered. Like one day I'm gonna be walking down the street and somebody's gonna come up and like shoot me or something.
Michelle, what's going through your mind as you hear your daughter say this?
It's just hard to hear her say that. And she asked me three questions after she heard who won the election. Are we gonna have to move? Are they gonna take me away from you? And am I not gonna be able to get my medicine? It's frightening.
You might be thinking, Nick, you're not saying the kid is a dumbass, are you? No. What I am saying is that her weeping mother behind her is. Think about it. Your kid is 10, and they're already mentally and emotionally screwed because you placated a confusion that a lot of kids go through and fostered it to the point that they think they'll be offed because Trump got elected.
What the f are you talking about, man?
First and foremost, you're a bad parent. Just know that. You probably love your kid, but you turn them into a status symbol in order to show the other moms how tolerant you are. In reality, you're guilty of child abuse, especially if you've allowed your kid to take hormones that will permanently harm them. Second, her medicine? Are you out of your friggin' mind? Typically, medicine is taken by someone to help fix an issue they're having, not to chemically alter their whole being and possibly sterilize them. And finally, you must have fed your child a bunch of bullshit concerning the election of Trump, because there's no way a 10-year-old should be worried about an election at all, or that the president is coming to get them. The problem here is the mother, plain and simple.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
All in all, folks, it's been a crazy year, both you and I know that, and hopefully 2025 will be better. We ended 2024 on a high note, but it seems as though the left hasn't learned anything from the last month or so and continues to double down on their insanity that got them to where they currently reside.
Welcome to Dumbass-a-palooza.
When it comes down to it, I would be amazed if what we saw during the first Trump administration in terms of protests and the blind, deaf, and dumb activism that went along with it didn't get to all new and weirder heights.
Welcome to Dumbass-a-palooza.
In the end, these people have no one to blame but themselves, politicians, and an establishment propaganda media who just do what they do. We shouldn't be surprised anymore by it. It's their jobs. But people who talk like the tongue chewers they are once again prove their stupidity in believing such garbage.
Welcome to Dumbass-a-palooza.
So, will this fall on deaf ears, or will the things that need to be said be shared enough to where it's not the best kept secret in the conservative movement anymore? Let me know in the comments, where I do read most and reply to some, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel on Rumble and hit that like button. If you like this video, don't forget to share, comment, and give it a thumbs up. Those are the best ways to help these videos reach more people, and it's the best way to let us know you want us to keep these videos coming. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that YouTube might actually let you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video if they haven't censored it or taken it down yet. Like us on Facebook, check out more of our work at MRCTV.org, and if you want to support our content and the conservative movement, head on over to MRC.org/donate to help us out, since we're a nonprofit and couldn't do what we do without all of you. For MRC TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.